Hello, this is Chris Rolon, physical therapist. I'm here to help you today with some basic exercises to help you prevent falls. The exercises I'll be demonstrating are from the A Matter of Balance, Managing Concerns About Falls participant workbook. So if we start, you can start with any chair at home. It's a little better if you have armrests on it, but it isn't absolutely necessary. You can start with some basic warm-up exercises, and if you like, we can start with just breathing. When you're breathing, you want to put two hands right on your abdomen. You could also put one on the chest and one in the abdomen, and as you take breaths in, what you want to feel is that as you breathe in, your abdomen rises, and then as you exhale, the abdomen returns. We shouldn't feel the chest expanding too much or the abdomen expanding too much, but we want to find a nice balance between the two. So let's take some deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, concentrate on the abdomen rising, and exhale. Continue doing that for another few repetitions. We can then just do a nice good morning stretch. Open the arms up, go as far as you can without feeling any pain at all in the shoulders. We can also take breaths while we do this. If you feel like turning a little bit one way or the other, you can do that. Bring the hands back. Then we'll do some basic shoulder rolls forward and shoulder rolls back. Continuing to stretch. You can just take the arm, reach to one side, take the other arm, reach to one side. Again, just warming up. Do that for several repetitions. And then work on those feet. We're going to do some foot circles. Just some nice gentle foot circles, maybe 5 times in each direction. What we want to do here is get some nice motion in the ankle and the foot. We rely on our feet and ankle to have good mobility so that when we're walking on uneven surfaces, inside or out, the ankle and the foot can move as we need. Let's warm up the legs a little bit. Just do some real easy marches, although we'll just do single leg at a time, 5 or 10 times on each side. Whenever we're lifting the legs, you want to think about keeping your abdomen tight. Make sure you breathe throughout all of the exercises. Okay. We can then take the arms. What we're going to have you do now is take the arm, and before we had done a little bit of a reach across the body, but now what we can do is reach across the body, but also down to the floor if you can. You can do that several times on each side, and go as far as you can without losing balance, without creating back pain. we'll then do the same kind of a diagonal movement, except we'll go across the body and up. Do a little bit of a reach. Again, this is getting some motion in both the shoulder as well as the trunk and the torso. I'm switching between doing single arm. You can do single arm at a time, 5 to 10 times each side, or you can alternate 5 to 10 times each side, whatever works for you. Let's think about doing a rowing exercise now. And when we're doing these, you want to sit up good and straight. The rowing exercises are good to help remind you of what proper posture is. So if we reach out forward, stretch the arms, and then pull back as if we're rowing. Sometimes we have our clients and patients do this by grabbing bands. You don't need to for these exercises. This is just for range of motion and mobility. If you feel pretty good in the trunk, you can also lean forward a little bit in the trunk, but that's not necessary. As you come back, as you bring the row back, you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Get a good squeeze in the middle of the upper back, and again, reach forward to stretch. There you go, 5 to 10 times as well on that. Next, let's just do some leg extensions. So we're just going to raise the foot up. You're going to feel muscles tighten right on the top of your thigh here. We call that the quadricep muscles. Raise the legs. If you like, we can start alternating those. Again, 5 to 10 repetitions on each side. And then let's take a little break, a little breath. Tighten your abdomen again, but keep breathing. And now we're going to go back to raising one leg at a time, but this time we'll just do 5 times on each side. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do another 5 if you still feel pretty good. Take a little breather. And we're going to do some standing exercises. So if you have a chair, you can turn the chair around so you're standing right behind it. That way you have something for balance here. So what we're going to do is some heel raises. And you're going to stand on both feet. Raise the heels up as high as you can. Try not to hunch over too much. Stand straight up. Go as high as you can. Another 5 to 10 repetitions. When you first start out, you might want to put a lot of use the chair to really support you. When you start getting stronger and feeling more confident, you can use the chair just with a couple fingertips, just for balance. Once we've done 5 or 10, we can then start marching in place. You can either face the chair, or you can face away and just use one hand for balance, and let's march. As we march, the more confident you feel, the higher you can raise that thigh. We can do this for 30 seconds or a minute, just enough to get your blood going. And again, the more confident you feel with the single leg standing, You can step away from the chair a little bit more and just use it for balance. Okay. Another 10 seconds. We'll then do some sidestepping. You can either put the chair right in front of you, like this. I won't do that because it's in the way, but what I'll be doing is some sidestepping. Again, put that chair right in front of you if that helps you more with balance. We want to stand upright as much as possible. Keep a good pace that doesn't create too much fatigue. And then we're going to do a box step. Now notice when I'm either sidestepping or when I do the box step, which is also kind of known as a waltz step, my feet are coming real close together. If you don't feel terribly stable with your feet real close together, feel free to finish with your feet slightly apart. This is all meant to meet you where you're at with your comfort level. So let's start here with the waltz. Take a step forward, and then the other foot matches. Take a step to the side, and then the other foot matches. A step back, right foot to match. Step to the side, left foot to match. Again, finish with your feet as close together as you feel comfortable. Forward, side, back. We can do this for 5 to 10. And when you're finished with that, take a little rest, take a breath. Sit down at any time you feel you need to.